Hello children, we saw in our previous class metals and non-metals. In that we saw the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, so I thought you all understood what is the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, so now let us move on to the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, so what is based on the chemical properties? The reaction between the two compounds or two substances. Okay, so number of properties are there. In that we saw some of the properties in our previous lesson as the bases and salts. Okay, so read the lesson thoroughly. Okay, when we complete the lesson, you should read the lesson, you should read the textbook. Okay, so without reading the textbook you can't understand anything. Okay, so read repeatedly the textbook. Okay, if you have any doubts you can ask me. Okay, so now let us see the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Okay, so the first property, the metals react with water. Okay, so before that let us see reaction with oxygen. Okay, so oxygen which is present in atmosphere. Okay, so chemical properties of metals. Chemical properties. Okay, so chemical properties. In the first one, okay, reaction with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen. So the first thing, metals react with oxygen. It gives metal oxides. Metals react with oxygen. It gives metal oxides. Okay, you know metal oxides are basic in nature. Metal oxides are naturally basic in nature, but non-metal oxides are naturally, it occurs in the acidic oxides. Metal oxides are basic in nature, non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. This one you know. Okay, so metal oxides are, again I am telling, metal oxides are basic in nature, non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Okay, so metals reacts with oxygen, it gives metal oxide. Okay, so it is given in your textbook. Read the textbook thoroughly. Okay, so again and again you are reading the textbook, you can understand the concepts. Okay, so let us see the chemical properties one by one. So first one, reaction with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen. So metal react with oxygen, it gives metal oxide. Metal reacts with oxygen, it gives metal oxide. Example, okay, sodium is a metal. Sodium is a metal. Sodium reacts with oxygen. Okay, it gives sodium oxide, Na2O. And then one more thing you can keep in your mind. So you should know the symbols of the elements and molecular formula of the compounds. Without knowing this, you can't write the equation. Why? Because we are in the third lesson of chemistry. Okay, so first lesson only you have the chemical reactions and equation. Okay, in that only you can know the symbols and molecular formula of the elements and compounds. Okay, and then we have second lesson, acid, bases and salts. There also we have number of equations. Then we have metals and non-metals. Here also we are reading about the equations with we can say the equations by the reactions between the metals and the oxygen, and the chemical properties of the metals and non-metals we can say by the representation of the equations. Okay, so without knowing the symbols and molecular formulas we cannot write anything. Okay, so first thing you should repeatedly practice the symbols and molecular formula of the compounds. Okay, so next let us move on to this. So reaction with oxygen. Metals reacts with oxygen, it gives metal oxides. This metal oxides are always basic in nature. So we can say this is basic oxides. Okay, so sodium reacts with oxygen, it gives sodium oxide. Now the amphoteric oxides. Okay, so this oxides should be shown in the basic. Okay, so but some of the metals that shows both basic and acidic in nature. Some of the metals it shows basic and acidic in nature. So both the properties it shows means that we can say it is a amphoteric oxides. Okay. So before moving that, let us check this equation is balanced or not. Okay. See here, sodium is only one atom. Here sodium is two atoms. So we can write here 2. Okay. Then see now here we have only here we have 2 atoms of oxygen. Here we have 1 atom of oxygen. So we want to multiply here 2. Okay. So then now see here sodium is 2 atoms. Here we have sodium is 4 atoms. Okay. So now we can change here 4. So now see sodium is 4 atoms and oxygen is 2 atoms. Here sodium is 4 and oxygen is 2. Okay. So this is balanced. So this sodium oxide is basic oxide in nature. Basic oxide. Okay. So some more metals that react with oxygen it gives oxides, metal oxides. That metals also giving metal oxides. That metal oxides shows the properties of both basic and acidic in nature. Okay. So both the properties it shows means we can say that oxides are amphoteric oxides. Okay. So let us see the example aluminium. Okay. Aluminium and zinc. Both these metals reacts with oxygen it gives that is amphoteric oxides. Okay. So we have the example aluminium plus oxygen. Aluminium reacts with oxygen it gives aluminium oxide. What is the molecular formula of aluminium oxide? This is very important. What is the molecular formula of aluminium oxide? Okay. See we have to write based on the ions. Okay, which is present in the atoms. Al2O3. Okay, Al2O3. See here, this is the molecular formula of aluminium oxide. Okay, this I taught in your 9th standard class itself. How to write the molecular formulas. Okay, so next, now let us see this is balanced or not. Okay, see here oxygen is 2, here oxygen is 3. Okay, so the different numbers, here it is even number, here it is odd number. Okay, so we can't balance by the same. So we should take the number here 2. Okay, 2 3s are 6. Here we can take 3. 3 2s are 6. Okay, so here 2 3s are 6 and here 3 2s are 6. Okay, now oxygen atom is balanced. Now let us see the aluminium here. 2 2s are 4. Here we can write 4. So now the equation is balanced. So aluminium reacts with oxygen. It gives aluminium oxide. This aluminium oxide shows the properties of both basic and acidic in nature. Okay. So this we can say it is an amphoteric oxide. So what is mean by amphoteric oxides here? What does mean by amphoteric oxide? Amphoteric oxides means it shows both the properties of basic and acidic in nature. Okay, understood children? Okay, then we move on to the another one, that is reaction with water. Okay. So now let us see reaction with water. Okay. So before that, this oxides, okay, metal oxides are, most of the oxides are soluble in water. Okay, soluble in water, but some of them dissolve and it forms an alkali. Okay, so most of the metals, most of the metal oxides are soluble in water, but some of them it forms alkali metals. Okay, so now let us see reaction with water. Okay, the second one, reaction with water. oxides or metal hydroxide. It forms metal oxides or metal hydroxide. Okay, let us take an example for this. Sodium reacts with water. Okay, sodium reacts with water. Na, sodium reacts with water, H2O. Okay, it forms sodium reacts with water, it gives sodium hydroxide. Sodium reacts with water, it gives sodium hydroxide. It is a metal hydroxide. Okay, sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gases released. Sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gases released, plus with this heat energy is also released. Heat energy is also released. Okay, see here now, let us see sodium. It is a metal. Sodium metal reaction with water, it gives metal oxides or metal hydroxides. Metal oxides or metal hydroxides plus hydrogen gases released. With that, heat energy also released. Okay, now see sodium reacts with water. Sodium reacts with water, it gives sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gases evolved plus heat energy is also evolved. Okay, now let us see this equation is balanced or not. See, sodium one atom, here also one, and here hydrogen two, here also hydrogen, 2 plus 1 3. Okay, so here we have 3 hydrogens. Now we want to multiply. Okay, so to balance 2 here and here we want to multiply 2. Now see, hydrogen is 4 atoms. 2 are 4 atoms. Here hydrogen is 2 plus 2. So 4 atoms total. Here oxygen is also 2. Here also oxygen 2. Now see, sodium also 2 atoms. Here also we want to multiply 2. Now this equation is balanced. Okay, see here again reaction with oxygen. Metals react with oxygen. It gives metal oxides. Then metal reaction with water. It gives metal oxides or metal hydroxides. Metal oxides or metal hydroxides plus hydrogen gases released, and with that heat energy is also evolved. Okay, so then we move on to reaction with dilute acids. Reaction with dilute acids. Okay, metals reaction with dilute acids. Metals reaction with dilute acids. You know what are the dilute acids we are using? Hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acids. But in these three, the strong acid, we can say it is a nitric acid. Nitric acid. So here the reaction with nitric acid is not possible. Why? Because nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. So here there is no possible to reaction metals with nitric acid. Okay, so for that we are having the equations based on the hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. So before that, you know the molecular formula of these acids. Hydrochloric acid, you know that is HCl. Hydrochloric acid, HCl. Okay, HCl. And sulfuric acid, what is the molecular formula of sulfuric acid? H2SO4. H2SO4. Okay. And what is the molecular formula of nitric acid? HNO3. HNO3. See, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. So there is no reaction between the nitric acid and metals. Okay. This is not possible. Okay. So here we can take the example for the reaction with dilute acids, that is magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid, it gives metal salt plus hydrogen gas. See, metals reaction with dilute acids, it gives metal salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay, that is metal reacts with dilute acids. Dilute acid, it gives metal salt. Okay, metal salt plus hydrogen gases evolve. Okay, so here we are reacting with Okay. So then we are taking sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid with that we are taking the metal in as sodium. Okay. So Na. Sodium reacts with H2SO4. Sodium reacts with H2SO4. Sodium with sulfuric acid. It gives sodium sulfate is a metal salt. What is the molecular formula of sodium sulfate? Na2SO4. You can write here we have Na. So NaSO4. It is wrong. Okay. You are writing NaSO4 means it is wrong. The molecular formula of sodium sulfate is Na2SO4. Na2SO4 plus hydrogen gases released. Okay. So this is the reaction between the metals and dilute acids. And there is no reaction between the metals and nitric acid. Why? Because nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. So we can't react with the nitric acid with the any metals. Okay. So we are seeing magnesium, magnesium. So chlorine here only one atom, here two atoms are there. So we are multiplying by 2 here. See, now hydrogen is also 2 and chlorine is also 2. Now this equation is balanced. Okay. We are writing this equation is correct. Okay. So magnesium reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid. It gives metal salt. Okay. Magnesium chloride is a metal salt. This is a precipitate here. Okay. So what is meant by precipitate? You know, children. What is meant by precipitate? The insoluble solid stays under the solution. That we can say it is a precipitate. So magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gases metals reaction with chlorine. Metals reaction with chlorine. Okay, reaction with chlorine. So metal reaction with chlorine, it forms metal chloride. Okay, metal reaction with chlorine, it forms metal chloride. So we can take the example sodium plus chlorine. It gives sodium chloride NaCl. So 2 NaCl, 2 Na. Okay. See here, metals reaction with chlorine, it gives metal chloride. Mg, magnesium reaction with chlorine, magnesium chloride. Calcium reaction with chlorine, it gives calcium chloride. Okay. So metals reaction with chlorine, it gives metal chloride. Okay. Understood, children? Okay. Next we move on to the another chemical property. So what is the chemical property? That is the last one. Reaction with hydrogen. Reaction with hydrogen. Reaction with hydrogen. Metal reaction with hydrogen, it gives metal hydrides. Metal reaction with hydrogen, it gives metal hydride. Okay. So here we can take example for sodium reaction with hydrogen, it gives sodium hydride. Sodium hydride. See, sodium Na plus hydrogen H2, it gives NaH. NaH. Sodium hydride. Here you don't write H2. Okay. So hydrogen is combined with sodium. It forms sodium hydride. Okay. So this we can say sodium 2. Okay. Here 2. So sodium hydride. Okay. So sodium reaction with hydrogen, it gives sodium hydride. So metal reaction with hydrogen to form the metal hydrides. Okay. So this reaction is placed only for most reactive metals. So less reactive metals, there is no combination of metal with hydrogen. Okay. So only with the more reactive metals, it combines with hydrogen, it forms hydrides. Okay. The less reactive metals doesn't combine with the hydrogen, form hydrides. Okay. So there is no power to combine with the hydrogen to form the hydrides. So this point you should keep it in your mind. Only the more reactive metals combine with the hydrogen to form hydrides. Okay. So what are the chemical properties of metals? Let us see again. Okay. So reaction with oxygen. Okay. Metals reacts with oxygen, it gives metal oxides. Okay. And reaction with water. Metal reaction with water, it forms metal reaction with water, it forms metal oxides or metal hydroxides with hydrogen gases released. Okay. Reaction with dilute acids. Reaction with dilute acids. So metal reacts with dilute acids, it forms metal salt solutions. Okay. Metal reaction with dilute acids, it forms metal salt plus hydrogen gas. Metal salt plus hydrogen gas. Then metals reaction with salt solution, that is, we can say it is a displacement reaction. So more reactive element displaces the less reactive element from its salt solutions. Okay. Then reaction with chlorine. Reaction with chlorine. Metals reacts with chlorine, it forms metal chloride. And reaction with hydrogen. Metals, the more reactive metals, keep in your mind, metals reaction with hydrogen. Here the less reactive metals doesn't react with hydrogen to form that is metal hydrides. More reactive metals only reacts with hydrogen and it forms metal hydrides. Metal hydrides. Okay, children, understood? Okay. Then we move on to the non-metals. We move on to the non-metals. In non-metals, also having these are the chemical properties. Okay. So these are the chemical properties, but some of these properties are not support to the non-metals. Some of these properties are not support to the non-metals. Okay. Let us check what are the properties are supporting or what are the properties are not supporting. Okay. See here, reaction with oxygen. The first thing we have, reaction with oxygen. So non-metals reaction with oxygen, you know, non-metals react with oxygen, it forms non-metal oxides. You know this. Okay. I told already, that is in the first produces metal oxides that is basic in nature. Now non-metals react with the oxides that produces non-metallic oxides that we can say it is a acidic in nature. Okay, so acidic in nature. Non-metallic oxides are always acidic in nature. Okay, let us see one example. Okay, so metals reacts with oxygen. Non-metals. Okay, let us see non-metals. So non-metals reacts with oxygen, it gives non-metal oxides. So non-metal. What is the example for non-metals? Carbon, sulfur, nitrogen. These are all non-metals. Okay, so let us take non-metal. Carbon plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide, or nitrogen plus oxygen, it gives nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so we have sulfur plus oxygen. Sulfur plus oxygen, we have sulfur dioxide. Okay, so we have that is non-metals react with oxygen, it forms non-metal oxide, non-metallic oxide. The non-metallic oxides are always acidic in nature. Okay, understood children? Okay, so then carbon dioxide and nitric oxides. Okay, so CO2 and NO2. N2O are neutral oxides. Okay, so CO2 and N2O are neutral oxides. So they are neither acidic nor basic in nature. So we saw in metallic oxides there are also aluminium and aluminium and one more thing I told, that is aluminium and zinc oxides. Aluminium oxide and zinc oxides are shows both the properties of basic and acidic in nature, that we can say amphoteric oxides. But here in non-metallic oxides, this shows both basic and acidic, means we can say it is a neutral oxides. It is a neutral oxides. Okay, so this oxides shows neither basic and nor acidic in nature. It doesn't show both the properties. So they in metals, it shows both the properties, but here this doesn't show any properties in nature. So it doesn't show basic and it doesn't show acidic. So we can say it is a neutral oxides. Okay, neither basic and not acidic. So neither means it doesn't show any properties, means we can say it is a neutral oxides. It shows both the properties, means we can say it is a amphoteric oxide. It doesn't show any properties, we can say it is a neutral oxides. Understood children? Okay, so then non-metallic oxides are soluble in water. Non-metallic oxides are soluble in water. This dissolve in water to form acids. This dissolve in water and it forms acids. Okay, so this sulfur dioxide. Okay, we have sulfur dioxide. This is a non-metallic oxide. This soluble with water. Okay, it's soluble with water. It forms carbonic acid. H2SO3. Okay, H2SO3. This is a oxide, that is acidic in nature. Acids, it form acid H2SO3. This we can say it is a sulfurous acid. Okay, H2SO4 is a sulfuric acid. See, H2SO4 is a sulfuric acid. Okay, but H2SO3, this is a sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid. So we call this sulfurous acid. You read in your 8th standard class. Okay, you read in your 8th standard in water lesson. Water lesson I taught this. Okay, H2SO3 is the sulfurous acid. Okay, so this non-metallic oxides are soluble in water. This doesn't react with water to form hydrogen gas. Okay. Reaction with dilute acids. Okay. Non-metals do not react with dilute acids also to form non-metallic salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay. So here also there is no reaction. Okay. But non-metals cannot lose electrons. Non-metals cannot lose electrons. Non-metals always gain the electrons. Why? Because non-metals are having more electrons in their outermost shell. Okay, metals are having less electrons in their outermost shell. So now metals are losing the electrons while combining with the compounds, but non-metals are not losing the electrons while combining with the elements. Okay, so non-metals are gaining, so it doesn't have reaction with the dilute acids. Okay, so no reaction. Okay, no reaction. And then the reaction with salt solution. Reaction with salt solution. So when non-metals reacts with salt solution, here also the more reactive non-metal displaces the less reactive non-metal with its salt solution. Okay. For example, sodium bromide. Sodium bromide. Okay. See here at night. Sodium bromide. NaBr. Sodium bromide, okay, reacts with salt solution. Sodium bromide reacts with chlorine. Okay, sodium bromide is a salt solution. Here we are taking non-metal as chlorine. Non-metal as chlorine. So chlorine Cl2. Okay, chlorine reacts with sodium bromide. Okay, so chlorine is more reactive than the bromine. Okay, so chlorine is more reactive than the bromine. So it displaces bromine from a salt solution. So that is sodium chloride plus bromine. Okay, so 2. Okay, now it is balanced. See, sodium bromide reacts with chlorine. Chlorine is a non-metal. This chlorine is more reactive than the bromine, which is in the salt solution. So this chlorine displaces the bromine from its salt solution. It forms sodium chloride plus bromine. Okay. So now this is the reaction which takes place. Okay. See, reaction with salt solution. So non-metal reacts with salt solution. It displaces the non-metal with its salt solution. Okay. So this is more reactive than the bromine. So it displaces from it. Okay. So this is the reaction. And then we have reaction with chlorine. Reaction with chlorine. So non-metal reaction with chlorine, it gives non-metal chloride. Non-metal chloride. Non-metals reacts with chlorine, it gives non-metal chloride. Okay, that we can say hydrogen plus chlorine, it gives hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen plus chloride, H2 plus Cl2, it gives 2HCl. Okay, hydrogen reacts with chlorine, it gives hydrogen chloride. Okay, understood? So this is a covalent compound is formed. Here reaction with chlorine, hydrogen reacts with chlorine, it forms hydrogen chloride. Here it is a covalent compound, that is ionic compound is formed. Okay, let us see another class what is the ionic compound. The properties of ionic compounds also we can see afterwards. Okay, so ionic compound is formed, covalent compound is obtained. Okay, so then a covalent bond is also called a molecular bond or ionic bond. Okay, so here the sharing of electrons is there. So what is the sharing of electrons? Okay, let us see this briefly in there. Okay, then next reaction with hydrogen. Okay, non-metals reacts with hydrogen to form non-metallic hydrates. Okay, non-metallic hydrates, that is hydrogen plus sulfur. Hydrogen is a non-metal and sulfur is also a non-metal. Hydrogen plus sulfur, it forms hydrogen sulfide. Okay, that is hydrides. Okay, sulfur hydride. See here, H2 plus S, it forms H2S. Okay, so here non-metallic hydrates are formed. So these are the chemical properties of the non-metals. Okay, so what are the chemical properties? Reaction with oxygen. So non-metals reacts with oxygen to form non-metallic salt solution. Here also same as in the metallic solutions. Okay. So here non-metals reacts with salt solution and displaces the non-metals in its solution. There is more reactive non-metal displaces the less reactive elements in its solutions. Okay. And reaction with chlorine. Okay. There is non-metals reacts with chlorine. It gives non-metallic chloride. Okay. And reaction with hydrogen. Hydrogen reacts with non-metals reacts with hydrogen. Non-metals reacts with hydrogen. It forms non-metallic hydride. Non-metallic hydride. Understood, children? Okay. Then metals reacts with non-metals. Okay. Metals reacts with non-metals. Here we have both the metals. Okay. So metals reacts with non-metals each other. Okay. Before that, it is given in your textbook, page number 45, the reactivity series of metals. The reactivity series of metals is given. See, the tabular column is given in the green color. Okay, tabular column is given in green color box. The reactivity series of the metals. Okay, so that you should read. What is the which metal is more reactive than the other? Sodium is more reactive than the sodium is more reactive than the calcium. So the more reactive metal in the reactivity series is potassium. So potassium is the metal which is reactive than the other metals. The second reactive metal is sodium. But they are asking which is the more reactive in between them, sodium and magnesium. Sodium and magnesium. Which is more reactive? Sodium. Which is more reactive? Sodium. And they are asking which is the more reactive than this? Sodium and potassium. Which is more reactive? Potassium is more reactive than the sodium. Okay, comparing the metals. See, sodium and magnesium. Which is more reactive? Sodium. And sodium and potassium. Which is more reactive? Potassium is more reactive. Okay, so let us see the tabular column in your textbook that is given in your textbook. That is page number 45. Okay, children, understood?